Pogo carries a tune. I don't know where we are going to do, Roger Radcliffe told his wife, Anta. We have all these puppies to feed, and I don't have one song to sell. Don't worry, Anta told him. I'm sure you'll be inspired soon. I'm glad you are sure, said Roger, because I've got is a bunch of used papers. He pointed to the overflowing wastebasket. Don't get up, he said. Anta, I know you can do it. After Anta left, Pogo watched his pet pace in front of of his piano. Pogo, old boy, I must have written 10 songs in 10 days, but they are all terrible, said Roger, pointing at the waste bag. What am I going to do? Pogo wanted to help his pet, but he didn't know how. That night, Pogo talked to Pearlie about Roger's dilemma. They sat in the middle of the living room, surrounded by puppies. Roger had already written 10 songs, explained Pogo. He just doesn't think they are good enough to sell, but I know they are. I've heard him play them, and you don't have a songwriter for a pet without developing a good ear for hit songs. The songs are right upstairs, stuffed inside his waste bag. Pedri saw what he was talking about. Do you know the way to the music publisher? She asked. Pogo nodded. I've taken Roger for walks there dozens of times. I think you should try it, said Pedri. After Roger and Anta had gone to sleep, Pogo padded into the music room and gathered up the sheet music from the waste bag. Then he sneaked out of the house, carrying the music to the publisher's office. Pogo pushed all the pages under the door, then torted back home. The next day, the phone rang. Roger answered. You what? Roger said into the receiver. You did? But how did you... Oh, I see. Well, thank you. Anta rushed over. Who was that? My music publisher, said Roger. He's buying 10 of my songs. 10 songs? Said Anta. I thought you didn't even have one to sell. Roger scratched his head in confusion. I didn't think I did. So, what happened? Asked Anta. Pedri looked at Pongo and barked. Her husband could carry a tune all the way across town to Roger's publisher.